What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Charsley here, and I really want to break down today how exactly to build a trading plan from scratch. I'm going to be giving you guys my personal trading plan in the link in the description if you want it. I promise you it won't disappoint you. It's from my old strategy from about 8 months ago. So most definitely check that out. That strategy, I'm going to tell you right now, is absolutely wild. Now, you're wondering why exactly did I switch from it? Family, it's because growth happens, okay? I didn't switch from it. I just improved on it. I still trade the same. I just improved on that strategy, okay? So let's go ahead and get right into it. All right, family, so I'm going to give you guys the step-by-step trading plan, and what I got here is some notes, so don't be upset that I'm not looking at you. I just got to look at these notes, all right? So the first thing is, what is a trading plan, all right? A trading plan is a plan, a trading plan is a set of rules that keeps you disciplined and consistent, all right? It keeps you disciplined and consistent. I want you to remember this quote: a plan without a strategy is a tragedy. A plan without a strategy is a tragedy. Okay? A dream without a strategy is a tragedy. So if your dream is to become a consistent trader, if your plan is to become a consistent trader, you need a strategy. And a strategy comes from a trading plan. A plan without a strategy. So trading plan, you need to plan your trade and trade your plan. It's that simple. So let's go ahead and get to the next part, right? All right. First thing you need in a trading plan is to state your why. And I really broke down stating your why in the tips and tricks video. If you guys want to review that, I'll put that in the link in the description or somewhere around here at the top. But you need to state your why. Your why should make you cry. It should not be cliche. It should not be, I want financial freedom. We all want freaking financial freedom. Don't say that. I'm sorry. I get irritated when people say that. I'm doing it for my family. Everyone does it for their family. Everyone wants financial freedom. What specific why is going to take you to the next level? And this why has to seriously, sometimes you might have to ponder. It might take a while for you to identify your why. It took me a while to identify my why, excuse me. It took me about 2.5 years. I said whys before, but they were so generic, they were so boring until I had this why. My why right now is to be able to get anything that my dad was never able to receive in his life. He wanted a certain Porsche. I'm not going to disclose it. He wanted a certain Porsche, and I swear on his name that I will get that Porsche to represent him, okay? So I want you guys to understand your why is so important. Your why should make you cry, all right? So next thing, right, is entries. You need a step-by-step entry criteria on how exactly you'll enter into the trade, all right? And I recommend 3 confluences minimum. So my confluence right now, my first confluence is the Fibonacci tool. Second confluence is a pullback. Third confluence is a pattern, right? And the pullback is to the 61.8, okay? Third is the pattern, and fourth is a candlestick. If you guys want to check out my current strategy, I created a video on how exactly I have that set up for you guys. So you can actually do that. So you can actually copy my whole entire strategy if you want to. This is my current strategy. So this is the entry criteria for an example that you want to follow, right? So this is my entry criteria. So make sure that you have an entry criteria, family, with a minimum 3 confluences. If you don't know what confluence is, those are confirmations. All right, number 4 is the sessions to trade, or are you trading by setups only? Okay, so the reason why I say this is because there's 3 different ways. There's 3 different reasons why I'm saying this. All right, so one, you have to identify what session you want to trade by the lifestyle that you live. If you work a 9 to 5, right? If you work a 9 to 5, you'll most likely have to trade in the morning or late night, right? Which is London or New York, right? Because all of us mainly trade during the day, depending on the time zone that we're in. And what that'll do is, this is the second one, is it'll identify the type of trader you are. So if you work 8 hours in a day, which is 9 to 5, you don't have time to be scalping. You might have time to day trade or swing trade. But if you work from home, you might be able to scalp and catch some pips on the way in and out, in and out, in and out. You might be able to do that, and that's not a problem, right? So the third thing is what sessions you pick also determines what pairs you decide to trade, okay? So if I'm trading London, obviously I would go more for Euro and GBP pairs. If I'm trading New York, I would go for more USD pairs, all right? So I want you to really understand that all of this has to do with the trade sessions. Now, there are strategies that go by setups only. Doesn't matter the trade sessions. So with setups only, what happens is these setups happen whenever they happen, and you take them whenever you take them. And that's really how it works. It doesn't really matter. It could be at 5 p.m. It could be at 5 a.m. It could be at 3 p.m. or it could be at 3 a.m. Is if you get the setup, you take it. And I used to trade that way myself. So I want you to really understand that it's very, very simple. You just have to identify what sessions you want to trade. All right, so number 5 is which time frame are you trading on? Okay, me personally, I trade on the 1 hour and the 4 hour. All right, mainly the 4 hour. The 4 hour is my baby. 1 hour and 15 minute, you can trade there. But what kind of determines how or when you enter into a trade is top-down analysis. All right, so working away from the monthly, weekly, daily time frames and working your way down to 4 hour, 1 hour, 15, or whatever time frame you want to get to. If you do top-down analysis, it will most graciously and amazingly help you identify which time frame for you to actually enter off of. So let's keep that in mind. Number 6 is management. So there's 2 types of management. You have management styles and you have risk management. Okay, so I want you to really understand what I'm saying here. Management styles is how exactly are you managing your trade after you enter into it. Okay, are you trailing your stop? Are you adding TPs, right? Are you going by alerts, right? Are you going by levels? Like, these are different ways in actually are you going by fib levels, right? There's so many different ways in managing your trade. It's ridiculous. So identify which management style works for you, so it'll help you. Now, the second one is the risk management. Risk management is very important because that has everything to do with your lot size and your risk to reward. Okay, you need to identify how much you're willing to risk before you identify how much the reward is. Okay, now they both go hand in hand. You're not going to look at the trade if you can't get at least 3-to-1 risk to reward on it. Okay, so you want to make sure to understand that risk to reward and your lot size. So your lot size, you want to stay at 1%. How to kind of gauge what lot size you want to use is go to myfxbook.com, go to position size and calculator and type in the information, write down the information. And what that'll do is that'll actually assist you in identifying what lot size to actually use. So that's a good tip right there. All right, so number 7 is psychology. All right, these are things that you need to implement in your trading plan. Quality questions, okay, and your quotes, right? Quotes are like proverbs or favorite words that you like to use, whatever the case may be, but quality questions are important. So this is an important question that I always ask myself. Would I take this trade on $1 million account? If you wouldn't take the trade on $1 million account, then you don't need to be entering. Would I be satisfied, and will I accept this loss? Or would I accept this loss if I take it? A lot of people, that's a struggle for them to answer and accept. Am I willing to accept this loss? Am I satisfied with this loss before I take the trade? Does this follow my trading plan? These are quality questions you need to be inputting into your trading plan to make sure that you stay on point. Okay, so it's very, very important that you follow these steps. Number 8 is documentation creates consistency. All right. So this isn't in your trading plan, but I need you to understand that you need to have a separate journal. You need 2 journals on the side. This has everything to do with your trading plan, because in your trading plan, you have to actually implement, let me rephrase, you have to implement, I will journal my trades and my emotional thoughts in my trades, because we all know that trading has everything to do with psychology. So you have to prepare your mind. In order for you to prepare your mind, it has everything to do with your emotions, and you need to do personal development in order to develop your mind. But that's dealing with emotions, right? So I have an emotional journal, right? It's this right here, an emotional journal, where I actually journal my trades on a weekly basis. I'm sorry, not my trades, but my thoughts on a weekly basis and sometimes daily basis, right? So you want to have a journal there for you. Also, you want to have a trading journal, okay? A trading journal. I'll input that in the description as well, a trading journal that I use. I kind of calculate it the way that I calculate it, but you need a trading journal. You want a book or anything like that, get it. Get a trading journal, work with it. It'll most definitely help you guys. I promise you it will work. Actually, what will help you guys even more is I came out with a Notion template way before that includes my Notion journal and my trading center. So what I'll do is I'll input that in the description and you guys can actually take off with that. And that's probably the best thing ever that I could give you in regards to trading and everything revolving your life. So yes, definitely have a trading journal that reflects your psychology, and emotional journal that reflects your psychology, and a trading journal that reflects the habits that you actually put in place and the trading you put in place to become successful. All right, number 9 is your signature. Okay, you need to sign it, right? You need to sign it. Sign it for commitment. That's really what you need to do, is actually sign it for commitment. So you want to be able to sign your trading journal, your trading plan, so you can actually take your plan seriously. You can tell the trading plan that I have is very extensive. Okay, very extensive. So you need to make sure that everything is detailed, from entries to management, everything. All right, so last thing, family, is number 10 is really how to use your trading journal, right? So we broke down, everything in regards to what is consistent in your what is in your journal, what is in your journal, excuse me. But how do you use your trading journal, right? Is one, you need to stay disciplined and patient. At the end of the day, that's what you got to do, right? I suggest laminating your trading plan, excuse me. I suggest laminating your trading plan so you can have it always next to you. Or when you're trading, I have 2 screens. I have it where one screen has my trading plan, the other screen has it when I'm trading, like physically trading or looking at the market, right? So use those. You always want to have that. And I can't stress another way to use your trading journal is using affirmations, family, right? That goes back to number 7 with quotes. Quotes are your affirmations. All right, read your quotes, read your affirmations twice a day, one in the morning and one at night. You want to be able to do that because you want to embroider in your mind that this trading plan you're taking serious, and it'll help you create the consistency that you're looking for. Okay, so family, if you want to get all the information, the trading plan, the trading view that I use, all the tools that I have linked in the description. Go check it out. Support a brother, just download them, okay? Some of them are free for you. Most of them are free. Okay, so let's go ahead and get to it. I appreciate you guys, and you already know what I'm about to say. I'll see you guys at the beach or the bank. Peace out.